Hello everyone and welcome to the course MATLAB Basics and Programmings, an in-depth guide for the beginners. As discussed in the introduction lecture, let us begin with the first part A, that is getting started with MATLAB. In this lecture, we will try to address two fundamental questions: what is MATLAB and why to study MATLAB. It is always good to ask these two questions before you start learning any new thing, and we are trying to address to this particular two questions in this particular lecture. What is MATLAB? Basically, MATLAB is an abbreviation of two words, mat and lab, where mat stands for matrix and lab stands for laboratory. So it's a matrix laboratory, and it is a software which is developed by the MathWorks, and you will find out this useful website www.mathworks.com, where a lot of learning material related to the MATLAB is available, and you can download the evaluation version of the MATLAB from this website, where you can install and do the practice of whatever the exercises that we are doing in this particular course. To explore more, what is MATLAB? A high performance language for technical computing. So it's a high level language very similar to C, C++, and all higher performance languages, but it is designed specifically for technical computing. It integrates three parts: numerical computation, visualization, and programming in an easy to use environment where problems and solutions are expressed in familiar mathematical notations. So we can see MATLAB from three different angles. One is numerical computation, so where you can do any kind of mathematical computation in the easiest way. Visualization, where you can visualize data in two-dimensional, three-dimensional, or even multi-dimensional way, and it's a very good programming language. In this course, we are trying to cover all the aspects of these three: numerical computation, visualization, and programming. Now, what is MATLAB? Further, MATLAB is an interactive system whose basic data element is an array that does not require dimensioning. Now, if you're aware about the basic programming language like C, where its basic data element is a single value variable, and if you want to define an array, there is a long process in C. Those who are aware about the C language, they know that how to define an array. But here, the basic data element itself is an array, and that does not require dimensioning. That means you can go on storing any number of values into that particular variable, where the size of that array you did not require to define at any point of time in the program. We will understand this particular thing when we'll define the term variable in the MATLAB. This allows you to solve many technical computing problems, especially those with the matrix and vector formulation, in a fraction of the time it would take to write a program in a scalar non-interactive language such as C. We will also discuss how the things are different than C in the MATLAB as far as the basic data element is concerned. As of now, you just remember that the basic data element in MATLAB is an array, and that does not require any dimensioning. Now, this is about a brief about the MATLAB. Let us try to understand why you want to study a MATLAB. There are n number of uses of the MATLAB. Few of them they are just enlisted over here. Some typical uses of the MATLAB. MATLAB can be used for mathematical computation, as we have mentioned. It's a very good programming language, so you can do an algorithm development in an easy environment. MATLAB has a very good data acquisition system. You can interface a MATLAB to any hardware very easily, and you can have a data exchange from the hardware to the MATLAB and from MATLAB to the hardware back in a very easy way. MATLAB can do a modeling, simulation, and prototyping. MATLAB can be used by many applications for design, simulation, and prototyping purpose. You can make a prototype of an aircraft in a MATLAB. You can make a prototype of a mobile device in a MATLAB. So MATLAB has a very good features of modeling, simulation, and prototyping. Data analysis is another very important feature of the MATLAB, where there are many tools available for the data analysis, exploration, and visualization of that particular data. If you're interested to learn scientific and engineering graphics, you can learn it very easily in the MATLAB. That's why the students who are related to mechanical and civil engineering branch, for them also, the scientific and engineering graphics tools of the MATLAB, they are very much useful. MATLAB has a very good application development, which includes a graphical user interface building. The GUI of MATLAB is as strong as the GUI provided by the Visual Basic language. So these are some of the typical uses of the MATLAB. Further, why to study a MATLAB? MATLAB is a very good programming language which is based principally on the matrices, as we have mentioned earlier. Its basic data element is an array. So because of that, there are several features as a programming language the MATLAB provides. The first one is automatic memory management. That is, you don't have to declare arrays in advance. If you are aware of C programming, it is necessary to define the array at the start of the program, the type of the array, the size of the array. But here in MATLAB, you do not require to declare arrays in the advance. You can declare them at any instant of time in the programming. In latter part of programming, we will see how to define these particular arrays at any instant of time. A MATLAB is an intuitive and easy to use programming language. It's a very compact because there are so many inbuilt functions available in the MATLAB. In short, if I write a 100-line program in C language, I can just compact it to 10 lines in the MATLAB. That much easiness, that much compactness the MATLAB is providing as compared to the general programming language. Shorter program development time than traditional programming. As I mentioned, programming languages such as Fortran and C, a very shorter program development time is required. Another very important feature as a programming language what MATLAB is having is it can be converted into C, C++, Java, SQL code via MATLAB compiler for the better efficiency. You can write a MATLAB code and you can easily convert it into C++ or Java or SQL code, or vice versa. You can take a Java code easily into the MATLAB environment. So that is a very interactive language with all higher performance languages. There is another very important thing why we want to study MATLAB is that the MATLAB provides its toolboxes. It's a family of add-on application specific solutions. It allows you to learn and apply a specialized technology. What is toolboxes? Basically, they are comprehensive collection of MATLAB functions, that is .m files. You will understand what is MATLAB function and how to define that MATLAB function in the latter part of this course. But as of now, it is a collection of so many written functions, M files, that extend the MATLAB environment to solve a particular classes of problem. There are variety of areas available in which these toolboxes are there in the MATLAB. Few of them they are just mentioned over here. There's a communication system toolbox, signal processing toolbox, control system toolbox, machine learning, artificial intelligence, statistical data analysis, neural network fuzzy logic, wavelet simulation, and almost there are all toolboxes available which are touching almost every branch of engineering. So that is another feature of the MATLAB, why we want to learn this particular MATLAB. So to summarize what is MATLAB and why we want to learn a MATLAB, this figure is going to give you a comprehensive things what are present inside a MATLAB. MATLAB is basically a programming language which has some built-in functions, and you can also create your user written functions into that particular MATLAB. It covers a graphics part of two-dimensional graphics, three-dimensional graphics, color and lightning. Even you can design the animations as far as the graphics is concerned in the MATLAB. It's a very good mathematical computation tool which can address all mathematical area related to linear algebra, data analysis, signal processing, polynomials and interpolation, quadrature, solutions of ordinary differential equations, and many more mathematical computations you can do. It has a very good external interface. As we have mentioned, we can interface with it with any particular high performance programming language, as well as we can interface it with the hardware also. And it has so many extra functions called as toolbox, and that is the reason a MATLAB can be applicable to every branch of engineering and science, and this is the reason why we want to learn a MATLAB. I hope you have got satisfied answers to the question what is MATLAB and why to study MATLAB. In my next lecture, I will try to cover how to learn a MATLAB. Thank you. See you into the next lecture.